Ahoy there! Welcome to the live stream, my friends. How you doing today? First things first, let me share the live stream link in the Discord, and we shall proceed from there. Bum-bum-bum-bum. Wait. What is the thumbnail that it's showing? Oh, I didn't change the thumbnail. Hold on, I gotta fix that. There we go. That's good. Live stream link has been shared, but with the wrong thumbnail. All right. So let's switch this up. Hello. What's up? What's going on? Jess, Gossett, Eng, Millmaster, Kentucky, Goddard, Speedwagon, Juglum, Ned, Zircon, Felonious T, Yamagoro, Machine, Jess, Steve, Doomblade, Shelly, Fisher, Joe, Spatula. Oh, Shelly's Lord of the Board, straight out the gates with a super chat that says, "Start the board, here for Jugs." All right, well, let us start the board. Bum, bum, bum. All right, there you go. You are Lord of the Board. I'm gonna have myself a little sip of water. What up, Rain? What's up, Rada? How you guys doing? How is it going? I am your host, Captain Richard Storm, and I am here to go on a nautical journey with you guys, all right? We're here to sail the 7 sea cups. We've got the Wheel of Jugs. Oh, I didn't, hold on. I didn't do this, I didn't set this up here either, did I? 1 second. Whoop, and zorp. There we go. Oh, it's not quite stretched out. There we go. That's better. All right, my friends, we have, oh, not in that direction, in this direction, we have the Wheel of Jugs with many different options. You've got the insults as usual. We've got Hybubian Gates, Force of Wongas, Grand Ones, Flatties, and Spinner's Choice. Those are the options that exist on the wheel for tonight's live stream. So Captain Dick Storm will be your guide. What up, Juglum? How you doing, buddy? Wheel of Morality. Why is that familiar? What is that from? Woo! The weather is warm. What up, Gianna? How you doing? It's going pretty well with me overall. I think that's probably steeped enough. Just gotta let it cool. Got a big old fat mint tea. Because I have to go for the more boring stuff. Animaniacs. Yeah, man. That was like a million years ago. Back once upon a time, I was actually a child. And that's when that's from. 1 zillion years ago. What a universe. What a universe. Whatever, man. Whatever. That's how life goes. It just feels like an infinite amount of time between now and then. It's crazy how time works, and when you go back far enough, it literally just feels like it's like it almost like I know it was me, but it almost wasn't me because of how long ago it was, you know? Life just changes so much and you change so much, and then you're just in the current times and look back and it's like, oh yeah, once upon a time I was a kid watching cartoons in my parents' house. Once upon a time I was a dinosaur roaming the earth, and then a meteor struck. And now here we are. Here we are in the current era of craziness. Was watching something talking about how movies, like movie theaters, not movies, but movie theaters are dying out. And I feel that vibe, which is unfortunate because I definitely enjoy the experience of going to the movies. But like I've said before, there's just nothing out there that, like, aside from Wolverine and Deadpool, which I absolutely would love to see in the theater, there's nothing really out there calling to me when you can just watch movies at home. Speaking of which, we talked yesterday about iRobot and surrogates, right? And I got those two movies messed up, right? I was right about the white robot guys from iRobot, but I wasn't right about them being like proxies for people. And it turns out I had never seen iRobot before because I watched it for the first time yesterday. And man, is it goofy watching a movie where like the robots are treated like people, where you can shoot them. It's like, I've just got it, pew, 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 pew. And it's just like, okay, I headshotted this robot. Okay. And at one point, it's like, he's like breaking robot necks and stuff. And it's like, that, what? They wait, who designed these robots? Where it's like, yeah, you can break their necks and they stop working. Like there was too much of that silliness. But overall, it was an entertaining film, but it was dumb. Juggling, if the movies didn't suck, there wouldn't be a problem. Well, that's a question that's actually up for debate. I agree with you that the movies suck, but if all the movies in the movie theater were awesome, would they still be struggling going out of business? Because it costs a whole bunch of money to go out to the theater, and you have to spend your time around people you don't know at all, right? You have no control over when the movie starts. You can't pause the movie. You can't just have whatever you want to eat or drink while you're watching the movie. Like, there are a number of elements. I mean, if you got a big screen TV at home, you can have a baller movie experience at home, right? And the cost of concessions has spiraled, and the cost of tickets is right up there too. So it's like, yo, for two people to go to the movies, what are you going to spend, like $60, right? And then once you like put a whole family in the mix, like $100. They have little stands in the line now where they're just trying to sell you random knickknacks. It's like a little Hot Topic standpoint. It's nutty. Speedwagon's membership message says, about the only two movies that have come out in the past years that I liked in the theater were Godzilla -1 and Ghostbusters 4. I heard a lot of good things about Godzilla -1. I heard Ghostbusters 4 is entertaining but disjointed. Like, it felt somewhat non-cohesive with just a bunch of like moments happening, but it didn't have the normal connective tissue of a proper movie. Just the iRobot didn't have a bad guy. The guy in charge of the corporation wasn't the bad guy, right? He was just a regular dude running a corporation. He didn't send the robots out to attack people. It was the AI. Oh no, what was her name? Misty? No, Vicky. It was Vicky that done did it. Godzilla -1 is on Netflix now. Well, that's the thing too, is all the movies will just, before you had to see a movie in the theater or it was just gone. You'd never get to see it unless like maybe you find a tape of it or whatever. Now you can just be like, bro, I can find any movie easily and watch it on demand, right? Doomblade, you wish that it was connected. You wish it was connected to the lane. Nah, son. It's because I have this hat and I found this jacket. And that's it. I had this idea before I even knew lane was a thing, bro. But it definitely does fit with the theme, so I can see why you would think that. But you's wrong in this case. Speedwagon, the original Ghostbusters have a lot of screen time in the new one. Fair enough. Shelly, you know what? I saw, it was Surrogates that I saw forever ago with people as proxies, but I remember nothing of it. So I figured we watched iRobot yesterday. Surrogates will probably be tonight's film. Frag, what's with the... Excuse me, I'm a captain? I'm Captain Richard Storm. Thank you very much. Fisher, you're waiting for Beast Wars 2 and Mighty Max. I mean, like, all the stuff that they make now is just, like, rehashes of things that we've seen. We're never really going to get, like, another Inception in the theaters or anything like that, right? Like, that's just not going to happen. I remember Inception being quite the experience. That movie was awesome. The theater was completely packed. Like, I don't think I've ever been in a completely packed theater before. Every seat's taken. And when the movie ended, the audience gave like a universal sound response. Everybody went, "Aw!" like all at the same time. It was pretty amazing. I enjoyed that film quite a bit. It was good. Fisher, both of the shows are from the 90s to the early 2000s. Yup. That's a lot of stuff that's getting mined. All safe and the same. Doomblade, you're not wrong, man. You ain't wrong. That's how it's going. I mean, Magic the Gathering just keeps revisiting the same properties, right? Desolator coming in with the super chat saying, "Go Oilers!" Woo! What you like hockey, bro? I don't care about sports at all. I'm a naval man, all right? So I don't care about the landlubber sports. I'm more interested in dolphin ball. Bum, bum, bum. All right, Desolator. Unless you mean like the... Oh, no, wait. They were called the Smokers. I was about to call them the Oilers from Waterworld, but that ain't right. All right, Desolator. Let's see what the wheel has in store, buddy. What? Oh, grand ones. Okay. All right. Real simple and straightforward. Hold on. Let's switch up the view. Bam. We got some right here. Hold on. I'm going to make sure the camera focus is a bit better than this, though, because it ain't the greatest right now. And isn't that always the way? All right. And I will remember to leave these cards laying down on the, the mat here, because apparently when I pick them up, it ends up making them blurry after I focus the camera up, which is not something I really thought about. Desolator, your AP crew won $5,000 at the casino over the weekend. So how much of that is yours, bro? Fisher, you got your Miku secret layer. Can't be disappointed with the bonus elf because you thought it was just going to be another command tower. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Let's see what we got in here. Oh, man. Desolator, you got 4,700 yourself. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. That's a fat chunk of change, man. All right, so we got Sylvie starting it out without any real jug action. We got backstab. We got giving a bath to a dog. We're here for the jugs, yo. All right, what do we got here? They're hidden under armor. This is an inauspicious start. Wait, what do we got? Zephyr assistant. There's some going on. What is this? Where are the jugs at? We got ears, a fireball, some dude. Hey, here we go. Here's what we're looking for. Look at that. She's got some giganto jugs, bro. She's got some kind of chill fist, too. She'll give you a chill job. Look at the size of the rack on this lady. That's what I'm here for. All right. We got decent sized ones. A water spell and a mending bobble. So, I mean, there's only one real jugification. She looks like a control player. Well, I mean, probably, yeah. But with a rack like that, who cares? Who cares? Oh, the summertime might have been a poor choice for this outfit now that I think about it, because it is warming up. The water spell is a silicone implant. She freezes gigantic balls of ice up here, and then they become more fluid. Well done, Desolator. You found a fat set of jugs. You did it. We have sailed the 7 sea cups officially. That one's for the wizard deck. What's the rare in this pack? I don't know this game very well yet. The rare is a Bauble of Mending. Banish it to draw a card, and up to one target non-human ally gets +1 toughness till end of turn. That seems okay. Seems better than some of the stuff, but I don't know. I gotta admit, it doesn't excite me. It doesn't feel super exciting. But, you know, when you've got noobish evaluation of a new game, it's hard to know. It's hard to know. So yeah, man, the movie theater stuff is a bit of a bummer, but I mean, considering how few movies they're putting out that I actually want to see, it cuts both ways, right? Like, I definitely miss the movie experience, but ultimately, you can have a pretty reasonable one at home, and it is nice to just like be able to stop movies, watch them on demand, all that kind of stuff. But it'll never feel the same. Everything's way more fragmented than it used to be, right? You'd have more communal experiences back in the day where everybody was doing the same thing. So on one hand, it sucks that we're not all doing the same things because of that togetherness. But on the other hand, it's amazing to have like a million different entertainment options, right? Desolator, I actually haven't heard that song, but I did see the thumbnail for it and a couple of other ones as well. I don't really mess around with like AI music overall. I did listen to some AI redo. What song was it? I don't remember what song it was, but they had Ed Sheeran singing it, but he wasn't the original singer, right? They had like an AI Ed Sheeran singing it, and I listened, and it sounded like him. And my first thought was like, artists are fucked now. Like, people can just steal your work like it's nothing, take your voice like it's nothing. Like, what was it? Open AI or whatever. They're like, Scarlett Johansson, we'd like to use your voice for our AI. And then she was just like, no, thank you. And so they went ahead and basically stole her voice, right? And so when they did like a lead up to the release of their AI using the voice, like, check it out, it's like the movie Her. And then she listened to it and it was like, this is like me, and contacted her lawyers, and the lawyers contacted them, and they had to change the voice, right? It's pretty crazy. Hey, will you please reconsider and be the voice? No. Well, we're going to steal your voice anyways and use it for our business. And it's like, I don't think you can get away with that. I don't think you're going to get away with that. So yeah, I don't know. I'm of two minds about the AI stuff. I like stuff that people make, right? And I guess I have like, it's definitely not fears, but concerns of a world where you're just disconnected from everybody, and it's just machines are just making things. And I don't know, man. I feel like, how easy is it going to be to just have machines entertain people when all it takes to entertain them now is watching TikTok and going, right? And you just go, okay, is something gonna happen in this video? And they're like, the video's over. What? Well, what? Weren't you paying attention? Like, what's not to understand, bro? Don't you get it? What up, Reverence? What up, first name? See, I don't know, man. The AI stuff, it's got a lot of practical uses, but at the same time, it's just, it all makes me feel like a dinosaur old man, where I'm just like, I miss the days when people made stuff and it wasn't all the robots. But I don't know, man. We'll see how things are 10 years down the line. At the end of the day, a bunch of the entertainment that people are making in movies and stuff aren't so hot. So I don't know. Is it going to lead to people being able to create more things? Like, I guess if it's used as a creative tool, depending, it might lead to people making more things. But Jess, I don't know. I don't know the level that would require to have a computer set up right by the kitchen for all that. But I know I'm nowhere near it, so that's all I need to know. Reverend's getting home from a double and fighting the sleep monster. Well, sleep is pretty baller, bro. Sleep is pretty baller. I value it more as I age. I remember when I was like 20, and it's like you resent having to sleep, right? Where it's just like, I gotta spend my time in the day doing all these different things, and then it's like I just gotta go to bed. But like I'm gonna stay up late and get these hours for myself, and it's almost like you're zombified. Like, are you even enjoying what you're doing, or are you just doing it to be obstinate? First name, you think you got banned from last night's live stream? Nope. You didn't get timed out. You didn't get banned. Nothing happened. You saw a cool AI that'll do the in-between frames for animation. All right. Gianna, you're still waiting for the dehydrated pizza thing from Back to the Future? I don't remember that, actually. I remember the self-lacing shoes, and like hover skateboards. I remember that. Yeah, McGraw, you think it's funny when people lose it over seeing a meme made with AI? When it's like, I want a meme, I'm going to commission an artist to make the meme. It's like, whatever, man. Whatever. There's a big difference between making random throwaway crap and like Wizards of the Coast using AI for their art. But ultimately, that's where it's all going. Like, they'll still be artists because people love to create, right? What was it again? It was I want AI to free me up from work so that I can spend time, like, I want AI to free me up from like housework so that I can spend my time creating art. I don't want AI to create art to free me up to have more time to do housework, right? That kind of a thing. Frag, I feel you. I stay up late watching stuff too, man. Jazz, something made it so that you can't get tired and you need a pill to help you sleep. Is that because you don't do enough physically, or do they just not know what's going on? Era says Pizza Hut was the dehydrated pizza. It grew in size once cooked. Hell yeah, Pizza Hut in the future. Somebody posted a meme, and it was a picture of Mario Brothers, the Mario Brothers box on top of a Nintendo, and it says, "You just got Super Mario 3. And Pizza Hut just got delivered. You've got tomorrow off and permission to stay up late." And then it ends by saying, "You're 45 and the year is 2024. And I started laughing because I'm like, that's my age right now. And yeah, actually, the whole like Super Mario 3 was a high point. I don't know, man. We're on this like weird cusp. The thing is, there's a lot changing in the world right now, and I'm at that point in life where you end up a lot more introspective as well. So the two are coming together to create a unique situation in my brain. Scorpigeist, you wonder how much of a claim you can have to a voice? Well, if you're dumb enough to go, it's like the movie Her, and you tried to get Johansson on board and she said no, and then you release something that sounds like her, it's going to be pretty easy to prove that they were trying to ape your voice, right? But outside of that, what can you do? If it doesn't sound just like the person, then how much of an ability do you have? Mountain Jam! You just pulled the 1 out of 1 Akira Toriyama card from the Cannabis game. You can get like 2K for it. You need to send me Cannabis Steel. Hell yeah, buddy! Hell yeah, beast it up. Also, congratulations on your mega score. People are scoring hard tonight. Desolator, now you. Also, I've made it a good way through that Warhammer horror book. You got pretty good taste in random stories, bro. Gianna, you're gonna do an alt art clam. What? Clam of it. What's that supposed to be? A Pentavus? Jess, you think it has something to do with smoking too much and doesn't even do? Why don't you just stop, man? Like honestly, why don't you just stop? If you have to consume that much to get high, you should seek out other ways to appreciate life. Like if you don't need it specifically to deal with pain or something, and you're doing it to entertain yourself, you're wasting your health and your resources together. Like for real. I'm not judging you, bro, because trust me, I've made a lot of stupid choices. But like, first of all, getting high constantly doesn't even let you appreciate it because you don't have any kind of baseline of regularity throughout your day. But more importantly, if it's affecting your ability to function as a human, it's time to consider changes, you know? Doomblade Super Chat says, I recently vowed one of my ships on Azure Lane. Guess which one? I'm sure those... What does vowed mean? Is that an ability in the game where you marry it? Guess which one? I'm sure those jugs are going to be taken care of nicely. Wait, what? Hold on. What do you... You're sure... You make it... Did you marry her off to somebody? You know what? Whatever, man. I'm just going to spin the wheel. Here we go. Oh, you lucked out. You missed the insult, but you landed on Flatties. Now, if Hybobian is Hyborian Gates, and Grand Ones is Grand Archives, and Force of Wongas is Force of Will, what's Flatties, guys? What's Flatties? Huh? What's Flatties? Ask yourself that before I reveal to you what Flatties is. Flatties like Pilates, but way more disappointing. It's a creature from one of the Warhammer decks? Ah, fair enough, Gianna. I didn't know that. Mountain Jam. The Age of Sigmar stories. Hey, actually, there is that one. I like one of the Sigmar stories. The one about the vampire. Like, The one about the vampire where it's a kid in a village and the vampire countess sends out her hordes and they just go around injuring people so they can't get away. And she comes through, like, she basically will slash one guy in front of another guy. And that guy will be like, ah, because he's terrified. And then she will drink his fear-drenched blood, right? So the kid escapes, right? The one kid has a building fall on him and he's in there and he's like, oh, you're going to find me and kill me. But she doesn't find him. Everybody else in the whole village dies, but he manages to live. But here's the thing. He is tormented by it. Every night he has nightmares about that vampire lady killing him. And then that leads him to want to become one of the Hammers of Sigmar or whatever, those dudes who become immortal and keep cycling through life, because then he won't have to live in fear of the vampire chick. And partway through the story, I'm like, yo, I hope that this turns out that this vampire like lady has let him live intentionally, because she's like, yo, this is how I this is how I mature my food, right? Or like aging a wine or whatever. So every night he's got these terrible nightmares. He's totally afraid of her. And then she comes to claim him decades later. And then that's what happened with the story. And I'm like, this is satisfying. This is satisfying. You can marry your ships and it provides a buff. I'm guessing that you married Gazunga Water Tank, right? That's my guess. That's my guess. Jess, you do it for boredom? Yeah, bro. If you're smoking for boredom, what you need to do is just start experimenting. There are things in life that will not bore you. There are things in life that will call to you. You just haven't found them. And if you're just smoking like 100% because you're bored and it's not like getting you really good, then you totally should find other things to do with your time, man. That's my genuine belief. Take it from somebody who wasn't in the same boat, was in a very similar boat. And I don't get nearly as high as I used to. I mean, I still have a little bit pretty much every day, but I don't smoke it. I just have edibles, and they have been surprisingly good. So I would say maybe try that route. Maybe go that route, buddy. There's these thing called blips, if you can find them, or vortex caps. If you can find either of those, they break down to about $1 a piece, and they are very strong. Like most of the edibles out there are fair to middling. They're not really that big a deal, and I was very underwhelmed by them. But if you can get blips or vortex caps, for real, when I tell people to get them, I say, you're probably only going to want to start with one. You definitely don't want to have three. Like, they are strong, right? Anyways, we got to look at flatties. I got a little sidetracked here trying to be the savior of man, right? Fragnez already knows about the lane and is guessing the names. I'm gonna marry my ship. Deedly. Okay, you guys ready to see what flatties are? That's right. It's Magic the Gathering, and it's got a big 0 on it because there's 0 chance of there being any big jugs in here. All right, so we got, she technically, see, the flatties, barely anything there. She got jabbed with a staff, bro, but not your staff. We got a Swarp. We got a Fugitive Code Breaker. Reenact the crime. What the hell is this? 3 blue and 1 exile target non-land card in the graveyard that was put there from anywhere this turn. Copy it, and you can cast a copy without paying its mana cost. 4 mana to cast any card in the graveyard? That's not too bad. All right, and a Meticulous Archive. Now, do we have any Juggalug action? That's what we're here for. Nope. A Vacuum Cleaner. That's indicative of this pack, because it sucks. It's got no jugs. They went this way. They don't mean the big fat floppers, because they didn't go that way. Demand answers. I demand to know where the titties are. All right. Projector inspector. Yeah, if the projector's a dong. Inside source. Look at how flat she is. Where are your titties, bitch? Repeat offender. Yeah, this pack is a repeat offender. No jugs. And a gadget technician. Look at this goofbag idiot. So the best we got was on the art card. And this ain't no big jugged waifu, right? Like look at what Grand Archive brings to the table. These things are almost as big as her head, man. And that's how it should be. That's how it should be. Doomblade, you're right. You are Lord of the Board. I got to swap that up. I got distracted from trying to help Jess. So hold on. I will give you your due. I will give you your due. I just, when it comes to stopping smoking and stuff, I know how much better it made my life, both for tobacco and the herbage. So if I feel like I can maybe help somebody have a slightly better life by letting them know, like, yo, there's better stuff waiting for you, bro. Like Jesus, praise him. He made me a high seas captain. God is what made Richard Storm into the Dick Storm. All right, Doomblade. Shelly, a plane where everyone has big jugs? You're gross. I don't want to see Rakdos with big fat tits. I don't want to see fucking tiny bones with big skeletal jugs. All right, I have a very specific range of individuals that I want to see fat McJuggins on. I don't like flatties. I don't like flatties, boy. That's why some of them Azure Lane chicks offended me, where they were like, they had women who looked like they could break your neck if they dropped these flappers on your head. And then they bring in the little, put me on a watch list. Like if you are marrying one of the flat girls from Azure Lane, they should be like, check what country he's in. If it's not Japan, then forward this guy's information to the authorities because he's committing a crime. I don't know how you look at a flatty that looks like it's 10 years old and go, I want to marry that. Like, I do not understand that at all, right? There's multiple strikes. 1, way too young. 2, completely underdeveloped. Like, I can understand dudes who are like, yo, I thought that this chick was really hot when I saw her picture on Instagram. And then I realized, yo, she's too young, but she's actually fully developed, right? You know what I mean? Where it's like, I remember there's a parade that happens in St. Catharines. And I remember one year walking through the parade, and when I knew I was too old was I couldn't tell the difference between the high school girls and the university girls. As in, the university girls I thought were high school girls. Like, I'm walking along and I'm like, bunch of high school girls. Wow, there's a lot of high school girls. And then I'm like, wait, that all says the name of the university nearby. And I'm like, I can't tell the difference between any of them anymore. Unless they're like really young, they all just look like the same. All right, it's just some high school girl. Otherwise, it's grade school or whatever. But marrying that stuff, what are you doing? Gianna, oh, stealing the board from Doomblade. Well, don't worry. I will remember to do that first. Shelly, you like that? Rakdos? I mean, that is a natural choice, right? When we're talking about jugs. You like the wordplay, buddy? They don't call me the Magic Tit Storm. Wait. They don't call me Captain Dick Storm for nothing. Sailing the 7 sea cups. All right, Gianna Parmigiana. Sprinkle some of that on my pasta, girl. All right, let's spin the wheel. Joe, you know what, Joe? You get points for trying to make it better. You're like, Tasa's older and she's on her back, so they might be bigger if she's upright. True, but I feel like in the artwork they made them look fairly pert, so I'm going to go ahead and overrule you, right? Although, you know, Ghost Jugs, Gianna! Force of Wongas. We really are wandering around from game to game here, right? Look, though, Joe, I like the way you think, man. I like the way you think. You're trying to help us jug up. You're trying to help us jug up. So, we're going to do Force of Wongas, otherwise known as Force of Will. There's Aborazuki. She's got the fat chest bazookies. She, as far as I know, is the biggest set of Wongas that we can find in here. It's time for me to check and see if my tea is actually cool enough. You marry the rare ships. Doomblade, don't worry, buddy. You don't have to tell me that you're not into those flatty Azure Lane ones, because the pictures you sent me, those chicks jugs are so big, they were probably born with back problems. They were probably born with C cups, son. Their jugs are ginormous. So don't worry. You got the same taste that I do. You know what? A moment to clarify. I'm like, for example, I'm not against, where is it? Like, I think that cards like, why did I switch it over to this one? I'm going to show you. I think cards like this, where it's like, oh, look, she's a cute little beast girl. Like, she's cute, but she's not, like, hot. It's not like, it's like, oh, you're a cute girl, run along and play and have fun. Like, I actually really like the Sylvie deck as well. So, like, I'm fine with that. But the biggins are the real ones. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yamagoro, how do you get a warship waifu? Well, apparently this is turning into an advertising stream for Azure Lane. Azure Lane. As in stay in your lane. And I can show you Doomblade's fat jugged woman. They're huge. They're huge, and they wear little belts over their jugs and stuff, man. Machine, you knew it was man, or did you say it earlier? Because if you didn't say it, it doesn't count. If you just say it afterwards, it don't count. Shelly, you blame your titty obsession on Married with Children, the jiggly room? Fat jugs. Fat jugs for good tugs, son. All right. So, what are we starting out with here? A fallen angel that... It's pretty dark, so I can't tell. She might have jugs, but it doesn't count because they're not visible. Then we got a butterfly of disappointment. A stupid cat, goofbag idiot. Big old ballistor. I bet you'd like to back into that, wouldn't you? Commanding gaze. I want to be gazing at them jugs, son. A weird little freak show. A house. What is this? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. All right. We got this guy saying he's doing the Spice Girls stop right now. Thank you very much. I need somebody with a big jug touch. But down here, you can see her. You can see her. She's got some. She's got some jubbly wubs right there. Right there. Those are decent sized. Oh, wait. What's this? This is a dude. This is a dude. You tricked me. You tricked me by having what might have been side jug, but this is just a dude. If you're into dudes' armpits, I guess this is your best stream. And then we got a foil super rare of Freya, the Royal Palace contraption mage? She's a contraption mage. All right. But she's a flatty. She belongs at Markov Manor, bro. So I'm going to say that this was mostly a bust, but not in a good way. Gianna, you failed me. You failed me. First name, you're getting excited about dude armpits? Well, have fun. I'm here for the tits, not the pits, son. I'm here for the titties, girl. They make the best of my world. That's the dude that's always a dependable cocktail block. All right. Well, not interested in that. It auto-corrected it to cocktail. He blocked my beverages. Remember the magazine from the show Biggins? I remember the part of the song. What was it? Psycho Dad. Killed his wife because she weighed a ton. Oh, that show was fun. That show was fun. That heard somebody talking. That's right, Psycho Dad. Yeah, I made this tea way too way too close to the stream. I didn't realize it would stay this hot for this long. My stupid ass throat nonsense is not enjoying too high a level of heat. Shelly, Married with Children definitely has some funniness to it. They also have some garbage too. It's like a mixed bag, right? It's got a bunch of humorous comedy that I very much enjoy, but then it's also got stuff like the episodes where they go and stay in that like hotel where people like murder strangers and stuff like that. That sucked. And when they brought on that kid, that's when the show jumped the shark full on. Like the kid coming in was awful. The Grandmaster B crap was awful. Christina Applegate was definitely hot in that show. I don't like the look. I don't like the Peggy look overall. Like the clothing that they put her in and whatever, she looks like trash. I do not like it. I do not like it. Juglum Anthrax played on the show? I don't remember seeing that. But then I never saw the Married with Children's because that stuff was all like you just see what you could see, right? What up, August? How you doing? So you just watch a few episodes and like you'd miss ones here or there. Did I see the spinoff that was on WB? Of what? Married with Children? What, in recent times? No. Like, nowadays, they take stuff like The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and they turn it into, like, a posh drama Bel-Air, which looks just dreadful. Just dreadful. Will Smith's character in iRobot was stupid, bro. 7 was on for, like, 5 episodes. I think I clocked out after a couple. I just stopped watching it or something. The guy talked to a stuffed rabbit in the basement. That's not a spin-off. Do you know what spin-off means? You mean rip-off, right? Spin-off is where you take, like, something from the show and give it its own, like, Frasier is a spin-off of Cheers because the character Frasier Crane was in Cheers. They gave him his own show, right? Like, that kind of thing. Family Matters, I believe, was a spin-off of something as well. So, it's a rip-off. It's a rip-off. Yeah, the guy talks to a stuffed bunny, and you're right, the daughter was super hot. The redhead, she looked good. She looked good. Doomblade says, my entire team's basically Jugs, and you leave my waifus alone. Listen, bro. Listen. If I wanted your waifus, they would be mine. Because your money can't compete with my charms. They can't. These ladies will want to go on a nautical journey with Captain Richard Storm. They will enjoy the Dick Storm, bro. Unhappily Ever After. Is that what it's called? I should note that down. Because that would be fun to go back and watch. And I started watching Married with Children a bit, and then I think maybe Carly wasn't vibing on it as much, so we started watching other stuff. It's real easy to get distracted and forget about a series that you're watching, right? I'm going to write these down on a piece of paper and hope that I don't lose them. Don't lose this piece of paper. I guess the list. The name's written down. For real, though, Jess, I'm telling you, man, I had one Vortex cap, and I am definitely feeling the distractions. Married with Children and Unhappily Ever After. Me and Carly are unhappily married, so that'll work for us. Family Matters was Die Hard? No. The same dude played them both, but he wasn't the same character from the Die Hard. Wasn't he like a spin-off from like Perfect Strangers or something? Now I have to look this up, man. There. All right, Shelley's backing up what I said. The official spin-off is from Perfect Strangers. Harriet was a character in that show first. That's what I thought. When I saw Harriet work in the elevator or whatever, I was like, yo, that's the chick from Family Matters, right? You know, I'm going to write down Family Matters. Family Matters used to be a part of my life. Like, when I was a kid, I've told you guys before about how my mom was like anti-sugar and treats and stuff. Mostly. It wasn't like you can't have any. She just greatly reduced the amount that I would have access to compared to other kids. And as an adult, I'm grateful for it. As a child, I was not happy about it because everybody else got all the sugar cereals and candies and stuff. Like, my mom is how people's moms should be nowadays to stop their kids from being fat little gross bags. But once a week, we had what was originally called Knight Rider Night because it was based on Knight Rider coming on. Every Friday night, Knight Rider would come on. Yeah, man, that was awesome. That's awesome. Hasselhoff with his talking car. I had no idea it was David Hasselhoff, like, when I was watching it. And I didn't realize when I saw Baywatch that it was like, that's the same guy from Knight Rider, because I was young and I never put it together, right? But Knight Rider night, man, I got a small bag of potato chips, right? And a can of pop. And that was like treasure to me, bro. And I specifically remember the old school, wow, my mouth is watering thinking about it. The old school Hostess salt and vinegar. Hostess got bought by Lay's, and it sucks because Hostess makes better chips, but they got turned into their dollar store brand, which is just, I hate certain aspects of corporatism, right? So, but I remember getting a bag of the salt and vinegar Hostess chips when they had a bunch of rub-on tattoos. And there was like, I got a scar on my forehead. I got to put a scar on my forehead and a spider on my arm from those bags of chips. And they had crazy cans of pop. I remember getting a can of bubblegum pop. Family Matters are where the kids just randomly disappeared over time and only Urkel, Eddie, and Laura were left. Yeah, I remember Urkel, and I remember Laura existing because Urkel was into her, he was into her, right? So that's about it. Shelly, what? There's no cornucopia on Fruit of the Loom clothing? Did I ever read the Elric novels? Are they named after Elric? What's an Elric novel? Is he the guy who was never supposed to be a hero? No, wait. This guy's name is Moorcock. All right. The Elric saga. No, I don't think I know this, man. Let me write it down on this piece of paper, which I'll promptly lose. I need to make an official... I need like an official movie, show, whatever notebook. That's what I need. I need something to write all this down in because I keep doing it on pages and losing them. And if I don't think of this and do it right now, I am absolutely going to forget. So I'm going to set sails on the seas, and I'm going to go and look for a notebook to use for that purpose. Wait, what's this one over here? Bro, is there... Wait, is this literally... Oh shit, it is. Talk about, like, dumb luck, man. Talk about dumb luck. Literally found something called... I wrote the green book on it. No idea what that was for, because it only had one one page in it, and it was notes for a magic video. So I'm guessing that maybe I was using this for something else, but I've completely forgotten. So that's really easy to repurpose. Let me just take this permanent marker, and I'm going to write down, I guess I'll just write down entertainment on it. Because that's basically what we're talking about. Movies, books, shows, all that kind of stuff. And a number of suggestions that have arisen because of these streams has definitely led to some good entertainment. So I'm just going to quickly note some of this down to make my life easier. I can also, I guess, put songs in here too, because I got lists of songs that I write this stuff down for and forget too. Because YouTube will just recommend new music to me, and I'll be vibing on it, and it'll recommend it for a while, and then I'll move on to other stuff and forget about it and have no idea how to even find it afterwards. I'm just like, can I even remember the lyrics? How am I going to find this? All right. I got a section for TV shows, and I'm going to put books here. Yeah, this is a good idea. This is a good idea. Me and Carly have a couple of little slips of paper like this sitting out on the main table, and that's what we were just going through, but it's real easy to misplace those. A lot harder to replace a book that has entertainment written across the front. Gianna, Hostess made chips. Yeah, do they not anymore? They made like the best. Hostess is the name of potato chip brand that was a leading brand in Canada for many years after its creation. I like it. They merged with Lay's. Like, God, didn't they get sold to them? Wow. Yeah, man. Hostess potato chips. When their motto was, when you got the munchies, nothing else will do. And they had the they had 3 little munchies. Hostess potato chips in the sports and outdoors category? What? All right, let's... Have they been discontinued? Oh, God. The march of time goes on. They still have hickory sticks. I don't know if you guys... Do you guys have hickory sticks where you are? Y'all got hickory sticks? Jess, your friend's working fire watching? What's that? Is that to stop wildfires from spreading? You're going to send out a bunch of movies to him? Well, that's nice of you, if he's got crappy internet. What up, Drunkle? How you doing? Doesn't Hostess make Little Debbie's? Probably. They had, like, Hostess cakes, yeah? Shorio, what are you talking about? Anyone from the A team? Mr. T will always be relevant. Millmaster, Broken Arrow. That's not a bad suggestion, actually, for a movie, honestly. I remember watching it a long time ago and enjoying it, but now when I think of it, it's John Travolta in it, right? Now, after after seeing The Fanatic, oops, I was supposed to write movies at the top, but I wrote Broken. Yeah, whatever, I'll just write. There we go, that'll work. I'm just starting up higher. After watching, like, Travolta in The Fanatic and him just spazzing out and, like, smelling people's ears and stuff, like, it's too goofy. It's too goofy. Hicks, Hostess shipped all their production to Mexico, but do they still make potato chips? Frag, have I heard of Big Trouble in Little China? Oh, absolutely, absolutely. That's where I picked up that's where I picked up the response. I was born ready. When people would say, "Are you ready?" I would just always respond, "I was born ready," because I love that he said that. It's so good. It's so good. Big Trouble in Little China is a fantastic and somewhat inexplicable movie, right? It's great. I did that I was born ready so many times that people would just go, hey, are you you good to go? They would just change what they're going to say so I wouldn't say I was born ready. Christian Slater. Oh, Shelly, that makes it better. Because Christian Slater, Carly thinks that he's fucking weird looking. So that makes me laugh and want to watch his movies more. Mr. T is another celebrity that got so skinny he looks sickly. Well, I don't want to look and be depressed, so I'm not gonna. Broken Arrow was Woo's first Hollywood production. Oh, see, I'm not familiar with the directors of most movies. Doomblade Super Chat said, I sent more of my Kwaifus. What the hell's a Kwaifu? Over Discord, as well as the vow certificate for the one. They're your entire team. All right, I got to see what a marriage certificate looks like for this. Hold on. All right. So we got... Wow, my computer is responding slowly. Or it doesn't want me to see the Jugglugs. What's going on with the Discord? This is Unzin? Man, she's got fat-ass jugs. Carly's playing an anime-style game that has chicks in fucking scandalous outfits. This shit is scandalous. Wow, she got some fatties. Who's this one? Mogador? Yeah, she can... Wait. Oh my god. This quote, it says you smell really good. Oh my god. They say things. Oh, and then you got Awari. Oh, is she a fucking demon? Does she have something behind her head, or is she a demon, bro? Let's see. Certificate of marriage. Love will guide the way. Oh my god. You got today. Oh, you got married today, and you've got a promise ring. Oh, that's fucking adorable. Congratulations. Congratulations on marrying Underwater Juggalug, buddy. Holy shit, look at Brennis. That's hilarious. Oh, wait, she's got more of a top than I thought. I thought she just had crosses across the nips, yo. That's hilarious. Them some big old jugs, buddy. He watches for wildfires and makes $5,000 a month? $5,000 a month? That's fucking awesome, dude. That's like fucking awesome money. That's really good. That's really good. No wonder he's doing it, man. Y'all, you said the internet's crap out there, so I can't go out there and do my live streams. So I'm like, maybe this sounds like a job for me. This sounds like a job for Captain Dick Storm, quenching the fires of lust. Flatties? Yeah, Drunkle, Flatties. This is a fat jug stream, and Flatties get the thumbs down. Beat it! Come back when you beefed up your chest. I ain't interested in children. I'm interested in adult ladies. Wrist breakers. You've heard of code breakers? I'm looking for... Oh, you broke my wrist. I got to do strength training in my... I got to do strength training in my wrists to hold them. You know what I'm saying? Oh. I'm glad I thought of an actual book to write this stuff down in, man, for real. The Love Boat? No, Sam. We're captaining the Jug Boat. Soon we'll be touching another pair. The Jug Boat. You can see them bouncing everywhere. Drungle, you got a friend who works for the National Forest Service. He spends 3 months of time in the empty wilderness to help lost people watch for fires, and he hides from bears. Bro, I would get that job, and I would fucking murder people, and like when I saw a bear, I would just throw their body out for the bear, and then I would just wait. You know, and the bear ate enough of them out, they're not going to be able to tell that I murdered this person with my dick. And then, boom, just feed it to the bears. Like, hi, traveler. I'm with the National Forestry Service. Stab, stab. I like watching people die. I'm going to feed you to a bear and nobody's going to fucking know I did it. Nobody's going to know I did it. August, the tugboat? Well, I mean, the nights get lonely at sea, right? with no sea cups. The nights get lonely. The jug boat soon will be squeezing another pair. I would give bears a taste for humans. Hello, what are you, fucking deaf or stupid? Didn't I explain that I love to murder people and want to feed them to bears? Hell yeah, I want to have them have a taste for humans. I'll get a fucking bear bell. I'll ring the bear bell for them. I'll be like, I killed another drifter for you, bears. Like 100%. You think that I wouldn't fucking run through the woods with a plastic bag and put it over somebody's 6-year-old kid's head and just like, shh, shh, sleep forever. You're gonna be bear food. Ring the fucking bear bell. I got an unstabbed one for you this time, guys. Absolutely. I will give them a taste for people flesh, and I'll set up big old wooden troughs and get them all boozed up. I'm gonna turn boozed up bears loose on people. Drunkle, yep, I'm responsible for 75% of the missing people on milk cartons. I actually collect the milk cartons of the people that I fed to bears and put them up on the wall. Jess, it'd be very sad if I was a serial killer, unless I'm so good you never found out. Wouldn't it be insane? It'd be like, he said a lot of messed up stuff, but like, I thought it all was jokes, but he was feeding people to bears. What the hell? Nah. Underneath it all, I'm too nice a guy. I like people too much to end them and feed them to bears, bro. When it's just me and the bears who all love human flesh in the world, what do I think will happen? Then I'm gonna have to start fucking bears. I'm too tough to be killed by a bear, bro. So clearly I would become the alpha bear and fornicate with the alpha beartress. You don't know you don't know how fucking nature works, bro. And then I would start like a new race of half bear, half men, and I would call them Big Feet. And people would be like, Bigfoot is real, but they couldn't say that because they're all fucking dead. They got fed to bears. So that's how it will go, dum-dum. Frank says he wants to recreate that one soldier in the Russian army who was literally a bear and they'd give him vodka after a battle. Not just one, though. All the bears. I will lord over all of the bears. I wanted to have nacho chips and cheese today. So instead of just getting like the normal Tostitos, I wanted to get something that felt not fancier, but just different. You know, like I was hoping for a particular salty, greasy kind of tortilla chip. That's what I wanted. So I went to a grocery store I normally wouldn't go to, one of the pricier ones. Looked around in there, and like they had a bag of the kind that I'd be interested in, but they only had it in unsalted. All the salted was gone. Like, I don't know what the hell is going on lately where I want to go and get something and it's just not there. Like, the universe is fucking with me. I go to get these chips. They're like, nope. The grocery store because I didn't have the chips there, I went to the grocery store that I went to yesterday. I went to a grocery store yesterday to get smoked almonds. Smoked almonds. That's what I wanted. Very simple request. I have to change my eating habit somewhat and try not to eat as much junk food. So hopefully just having nuts is a healthier choice. That's what I'm going to go for. And so the universe goes, nope. I go there. There's literally none. Like, the shelf is so clear of them that I'm like, yo, are they not going to carry them anymore? Right? I went back. So I go to the other place to get the tortilla chips. Can't get them there. Have to go to this grocery store. So I go get the tortilla chips, and then I'm walking down the aisle, and I see all the smoked almonds. All of them. Like, there was like 2 fucking levels of them. Like, there was like 40 or 50 cans on the shelf. 40 or 50 cans. And it's like, I was here like less than 24 hours ago, and there was nothing. What the fuck did I do? What did I do for this curse? First name, Killing Drifters, how until you get Rambo. Not if you do it right. Not if you do it right. Hicks, that brand isn't here. See, I can only get what's in the stores, and there's only like a handful of options. And a lot of the time, the cheapest option is awful. Like the store brand, cheapest version of almost everything tends to be a waste of money. You know what I mean? If you can get a bag of chips for $2 or $3, and the $2 chips are awful, then those $2 chips don't exist as an option. You're not saving $1, you're wasting $2, right? Like, that's how I look at it. There's certain chips and stuff that you can get from anybody and it'll be fine. I have yet to find a company that's completely screwed up regular old plain potato chips. You can go pretty cheap with regular old plain salted chips or whatever. Well, it's a Frito-Lay product. Well, they don't have it here, bro. They don't have it anywhere where I am. Understand, I'm in Canada. So, like, we're not even in the same country. And then on top of that, there's all these, like, regional specific stuff where, like, if you go to Newfoundland, for example, they sell cans of pineapple pop, which is just wild. It's wild. And, like, you can still get the original Cheetos cheese paws and stuff. I love those, actually. Cheetos paws were awesome. Can't get them anymore. And when they do decide to bring something like them back, it's like Cheetos paws, but they're ketchup flavored. And I'm like, I don't want ketchup flavored Cheetos. Thank you. I'd like the original, please. I find that, like, there are yearnings I have for tastes of food that I had so long ago, and it's impossible to have them again because it's like, I want Kraft Dinner made with the cheese that they made for the Super Mario Kraft Dinner. They made that like 30 some odd years ago. And no Kraft Dinner variant that I've tried has, because they give the different ones, like if you get Paw Patrol or whatever, they give them different flavors. But none of them taste like that. None of them. Frag, yep, it does depend on where you are, absolutely. Juglum, I've never had store brand Girl Scout cookies. The only thing I've had that's close to a Girl Guide cookie are golden Oreos, which are like my favorite kind of Girl Guide cookie. That's it. You get cheap cheese for your rats? Well, of course you do, Fisher. They're fucking rats. Who gives a shit? Right? It's just a fucking rat. It's like, did your rat die? Well, just fish another one out of the walls, Fisher. You know? They're gross. And you're gross for having them. That's how it works. Anybody who has a rat for a pet is like, well, at least you're telling everybody what you are. Some sewer-dwelling fuck. Apparently the insults are free tonight. I know I put it on the wheel, but apparently it's free tonight, you rat fuck. Tommy, they claim All Dressed Ruffles is a Canadian favorite. Well, if we went back in a time machine, even just to a year ago, I would say absolutely correct. That was true for the longest time, but unfortunately, they changed the recipe, and it tastes like dirt now. And I'm not saying that like metaphorically or in it literally tastes like fucking dirt. Like, I feel like I'm eating dirty chips. We were eating them, and I was saying to Carly, I'm like, is there something up with these? Like, and she's like, yeah, I noticed it too. Like, Ruffles All Dressed chips went from pretty much like number one choice, especially for Carly. It was top of the list. And for me, it would hover between 1 and 2 depending on my cravings. Salt and vinegar Ruffles are the best Ruffles on earth, but that's a very particular thing, right? The All Dressed were like top notch. They went from top notch to don't exist, do not have them, would not buy. Like, the only way I'll ever have Ruffles again, all dressed, is if, I don't know, I'm at somebody's party or someplace where the Ruffles are free, and I will try them to see if they've unfucked the recipe, because, man, it's awful now. What up, Caustic? Drunkle, do we have Aldi in our area? No. No. Family Dollar, we don't got those. We got Dollar Trees and Dollar Store, Dollaramas. Dollaramas, Dollar Trees. Fisher, you have... Are you saying you have 100 rats? I'm not the one that you guys should be worried is a serial killer. Venison Slurpee does sound horrific. I have to agree. I do have to agree with that. It sounds awful. I'm not interested in drinking meat, bro. Not unless I start to get to medically the point where it's like, can't chew and swallow normal food anymore. I need some kind of liquidy goodness meat version, you know? Because just drinking your meat sounds so wrong, bro. Man, there's such a difference between the Dollar Tree and the Dollarama. Dollarama used to be a dollar store, and then they just turned into like I don't even know what the hell to call it. It's just a shitty random store where none of the prices, or very few of the prices, are actually reasonable, and they're like, we're a dollar store. This is $7.50. Fuck you, you're a dollar store. You go to the Dollar Tree and almost everything is like $1.50 or $1.75, whatever their baseline price. Almost everything in that place is, and anything that varies has a sticker on it that makes it like maybe 25 cents more. Like, they don't have this, pay $7 for this shit. You can literally find Dollarama trying to charge $6 for something you can get for the same price, the same thing at Dollar Tree for like $1.50. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Hicks, what? It's like a barbecue salt and vinegar chip. That is not how I would describe Ruffles. All dressed chips. All dressed chips are, well, now they're garbage, so never mind. I would describe them as dirt. I guess you'll see next year when you try them for your once yearly installment of the Ruffles action. Fisher, you breed them for snake food? I have 100 rats. I breed them to feed the snakes. I breed the snakes to feed the monkeys. And I breed the monkeys to feed the sharks. It's like, what? It's like, I am the circle of life. Jess, you are absolutely correct. Dollar stores are decent for art supplies. You save huge amounts compared to Michael's. 100%, man. Like, I've got some old dried up Warhammer paints, right? These little things are a massive ripoff. Like, I got ripped when I bought these. You pay like $5 fucking for these, right? Or you can get a big honk boy bottle of paint for like $1.50. And there's so much paint in there. This is not superior. Like, it's not worth it. It's a fucking scam. This shit is a fucking scam, bro. I got him in the box beside me with some random. Apparently, I still had some stuff left from my Warhammer model painting days, so I got like little primered crypt building, which is pretty neat, right? And a random bones of a high mage doing a really goofy stance. Woo! And then some more stuff from the graveyard. Now that I think about it, it would be really funny to use this as a base for like one miniature for like Talisman or something like that, where it's as big as 2 or 3 spaces. What's going on, Towns? Hicks, it's when you receive them from the company. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, hopefully it doesn't taste terrible where you get them. Frag, you've never played Warhammer, but you've heard you have to paint your models according to actual in-game colors, so they even force you to buy their paint. You can create your own chapters with your own color schemes, but you never tell Games Workshop in any of their official competitions or anything like that what paints you used if you didn't use their paints. Because there was like the people from Games Workshop came to the game store that I went to, and there was a painting contest, and they took away the guy who came in first place's prize and gave it to the second place dude and said he was first place, because the first guy, when they were like, oh, what paints did you use for this? He said, he told him that he liked the stuff that he got from the dollar store or whatever. And then they just like disqualified him. So then the store owner told everybody in the painting contest and stuff, it's like, when they ask you, just like pick whatever color's closest. Like, tell them you blended these Warhammer paints. Just tell them you used their paints and just say this to them. Like, lie to them. So, yeah, they will do things like that. August Talisman is a fun game. It's an awesome board game. And I've got all the little models for it all primered. And that's why I went and dug this old paint and stuff out. These paints are all pretty much fucking dead. And I had the dream that I could revive them. But, like, listen to it. Listen to it. Like, what are the chances I'm going to get much out of anything like this? So I need to go and get like a good range of dollar store paints. I think they're like $1.75 a bottle now. So I can pick up a few each time I swing by or whatever until I've built up enough of them, you know, whichever colors I feel like I need. I don't feel like going and like, you get them all, then you get colors that you don't need and buy stupid neon stuff. Like, I'll just get the ones that I need. The rule, Frag, is that your models need to be painted. So they need to be painted. There's no rule about your models having to be painted with Warhammer paints to play in like games or anything like that, or in tournaments. It was like a first place in a painting competition, but you're not using our paints, then no. You're disqualified because they want you to use their models and their paints. But that doesn't apply to any other part of the game. They do have a rule saying that you can't play with unpainted models, but I mean, if you want to play with other people, most people aren't going to be dickheads about it, right? They're just going to be like, eh. Like, that's the biggest chapter. The biggest chapter in Warhammer 40k are the Gray Marines, right? Because they're all unpainted. The Grays are here. Not the Gray Knights, just the Grays. Just the Grays. Fisher, you name the rats? You give them names? You're gonna fucking feed them? You're gonna feed them? You're gonna feed them to a snake and you named them? That's fucked. That's messed up, bro. Hold up. Oh, just Necromunda. Necromunda's cool, man. You got the crazy tall buildings and the gang fights and stuff. They did a reissue of Necromunda. I had some of that stuff with my Warhammer stuff, but I never got to play with anybody, unfortunately. So yeah, I don't know. It's like half an hour from now, so you don't have to start right now. Okay. Thanks, baby. All right. I thought about those nachos and cheese and was like, yo, I want to eat them, but also I don't want to like eat a ton too late at night, and it's already going to be midnight by the time I'm like done. So, you know, roughly. So I'd rather eat at like midnight than like 12:30 kind of deal. So I figured I'd go ask Carly if she could time that. This is making me want to paint. This is making me want to paint. Town says there's no way your weak arms can spin the wheel on insult. Well, we know what you want, big boy. Let's see what the universe gives you. Oh, the universe hates you. We are sailing the 7 sea cups. And instead of getting a glorious fat jugitude spin, you have gotten flatties. You have gotten flatties. Which means you got to look at Markov Manor. Choke on that. And you don't even get insulted. So choke on both of those. All right. We got a bat. We got a foil forest. A goblin mask maker. Incinerator of the guilty. And then a dude with no jugs and a leech and a guy sitting down and an octopus and another dude standing and a lady standing and another dude standing and another dude standing and another dude standing and a lady with no jugs, 'cause that's what you get. And then a stone statue standing. All right. That's what happens. That's what happens to you, Towns. That was your night on the Towns. D-Lord, what's my thoughts on the setup of Modern Horizons and overpowered potential? They got enough stuff in there to force some rotation into Modern. They're making, like, a bunch of ridiculous nonsense. But they don't want to make too much ridiculous nonsense. They want to make enough to shake things up. But they also want to make a whole bunch of stuff for Commander. So that's the level. Was there no rare? That's amazing. There was a mythic rare in there. And it made no impact. It's like, it's the... hold on, I'll switch the view. It's a dragon who was flying, so he's not just standing there. But yeah, Incinerator of the Guilty. That's the card. That's the one. You know what? Taste is probably the closest we're going to find to any jugs. You know, this is probably the closest we're going to find to any jugs in Magic art cards currently. So this can be the Lord of the Board card. Boom. Put that there as a reminder. Then I'll end up knocking it off and forgetting. I want to find a really cool water bottle. You know? I want a cool water bottle. I read somewhere that you're more likely to drink more water if you like your water bottle. So I want one that is cool to me. I think it's probably going to have to be glass or plastic at the end of the day, because metal ones make the water like metallic-y. Some, maybe they're bigger than I thought. It's possible, right? We did discuss that. We did discuss that, but you got to take what you can get in the world of Magic, right? They're not currently catering to the fat jug. Like, it's hilarious, the difference when we're talking about Azur Lane and then like Magic the Gathering, and it's just like these jugs that are as big as your head, just held up with tiny little belts, and it's like, will you marry me, senpai? I'll smell your feet, or whatever. Joglum, the Gamer Sup's waifu shaker. Those guys, yeah, they sent me a sample of their stuff back in the day, along with a t-shirt and a sticker. I don't know what happened to the t-shirt. The sticker is on the cover of a book somewhere, so Fisher, too bad no Valentina level in Magic. True. It is a shame that they're so prudish now about ladies, although they're easing up a bit. They're not as prudish as their most prudish moment, so you know, once they decide they want the money from the Jugglugs, they're gonna do some more of that action, I'm sure. Jugglem, you have some waifu cups. What up, Finn? How you doing? I am Captain Richard Storm. I sail the seven sea cups in search of the fattest jugs on land, air, or sea. We're spinning the wheel of Juggalugs tonight. The wheel O Jugs. Can you guys believe that this fucking... I got this jacket for free, brand new? Like, it was just in the laundry room. And the price tag was still on it. Like, it was... The pockets hadn't had the fucking... Like, everything about it says... This has never been worn by anybody. I don't know if, like, some old lady's husband died or whatever. Like, but I've had luck finding multiple coats that way. And I was just like, yo, for real, somebody just left this coat. And I was like, this is cool. And so I took the coat. And then when I got back home, I was like, wait a minute. And then I realized that the hat and the coat, like, match up. And I went, this is amazing. Are you kidding me? Like... How fortuitous is that? This jacket came from Winners like 2 decades ago. It's 20 years just sitting there brand new. It's dope, man. Like, for real, old dudes dying is like a windfall for me. Where I've got multiple awesome jackets, like really nice jackets that we got for 10 bones from the Goodwill. And they were there at the exact same time. And you can tell, like, these came from the same guy's wardrobe. These are really nice jackets. Like, gotten, I don't know, 4 or 5 really nice jackets recently. They're awesome. This one is thematically dope. It's so cool that it actually goes with the hat. Frag, you remember wearing that shirt? You were surprised because you'd seen it in a lot of VTuber space, so it was a fun surprise to see it out of that space. Well, they actually contacted me because they wanted to sponsor my channel, and then they sent me their drinks, and I decided I didn't like their drinks because I thought they tasted awful. And then back then I had different rules for sponsorships, and so I said, like, I don't think these drinks are healthy, and I don't like the way they taste. So I just said I'm not going to advertise with them. Now, I don't need to make those decisions for you guys. Like, I'm not here against energy drinks, and if people want to have them, that's their business. I know tons of people who drink energy drinks, and who knows, you guys might have liked the taste of it. So there's no reason that I needed to turn down that sponsorship. So I look back at it and go, I totally could have said yes to those guys. I was being too rigid because I was like, I don't ever want to, like, hose you guys and get shitty sponsors. You know what I mean? But shitty sponsors are like crypto scams and stuff like that. Just, hey, this energy drink wants to sponsor me. I totally should have done it, for real. So that's a mistake that I made, an opportunity passed up. It sucks because I'm sure I would have got more of the waifu shirts, and I'd probably have some of the shakers or something by now, right? MS Super Chat says, big booba, big booba. No, wait, what? What? What's the ... Hold on. You got to see what we get. We'll spin it. Is it going to be big jugs? I hope so. Oh, dude. That literally, like, started to move. I could see it bending, but then it switched back to grand ones. All right. We're going to find some jugs. Let's do it. Let's do it. Look at that. All right. Ashes of Dawn from Grand Archive. That's what we're going to crack open. Frag, you got your first bike because someone just left it on your front lawn, waited a week to see if anyone would come by and pick it up. Yeah, if they're not coming by for a week, then that's your bike, bro. That's your bike. All right. We got Xander. We're not here for dudes, bro. Get out of here. We got a lava slime. It's nothing going on there. A sword. Nope. Another dude. Get out of here. A bull. This is bull. Where are them jugs at? An owl. Some guy getting electrocuted. Looks like a dude. Another dude? What's going on? Oh, it's a foil. I haven't seen a foil from this game yet. Wow. It's so flat. It looks so good. I have no idea how common foils are in this game. I'm just going to slap it in a sleeve. I'm just going to go ahead and sleeve it. It's a dude, but it's a foil dude, so... It's a foily dude. And then we got a hasty messenger. Yeah, she's got some. She's got a little bit, but we've been wandering through the desert, and we're thirsty for more. All right, now we got a... Nope, not much going on here. Jug-wise. There we go. We got something going on here. Dungeon guide. And look, she's even got some adornments that actually kind of looks like a little frowny face. Haha. Jug mage for the win. All right, we pulled it out at the end. Well, we didn't. Don't pull it out. Don't pull it out. The Jug Gin Mage. Drunkle, that's pretty good. The flavor text of Hasty Messenger. Was that in this pack? War is upon us. Spread the word. Not enough. Well, it's too bad that it's too bad that it was just a foil common, right? Obviously, it'd be better to get like a foil rare or something like that. But we ended off with a rare Jug Lady, so there's a win. There's a win. Actually, what does she do? Whoa! Wow, that seems really good. For real. That's gross. You can use it to level up your like essentially your commander in this game. You use it to level that up way faster, which seems crazy to me. Right? Like you could have your level 3 champion out really fast. Huh. Of course it will cost you. I guess it's somewhat risky. Yeah, they definitely deliver on the Jugitude. I love especially like Japanese anime and all that stuff where they just don't care, man. Like we don't care about any North American political bullshit. So here you go. Here's fat jugged ladies. Here's ripped guys fighting with swords. Everybody, we got all different types in here. We're having a good time. Nothing feels forced. Everything just feels like normal, like it's actually storytelling. Like if you watch Mashal, the Magic and Muscle, the anime, that one's pretty entertaining. And there's a character in it who has 2 different forms. One's a guy, one's a girl or whatever, and it's just like normal. It's just like they're just like a normal person in the show, and it like they're just who the fuck they are, and it's when you look at North American stuff and you feel how forced crap is, you go, okay, like this is empty. But they make real characters, and so you just go, I'm just watching a story. And you can literally have everything. Everything that everybody who's caught up in the politics actually wants can easily be incorporated into actual fucking stories with, like, fun narratives when you just treat people like people. Straight up. Straight up. So, that's why I like the stuff coming out of Japan, because they do good stories. Also, South Korea does a good job as well. Finn says, sometimes you just want hot anime people in your story. Anime's fun, because you can just do whatever you want with it too, right? Like you can make anything happen because you're drawing it. You don't have to figure out how to practically do it. And I don't know, this like anime drawings versus like 3D rendered graphics and stuff like that, like the CGI. CGI, even when it's really well done, it's it's just not that great overall. It doesn't add very much, it feels. Especially with how overused it is, like the Marvel movies and Doctor Strange 2, all that kind of stuff really did just drive home to me how empty CGI is. Like watching Age of Ultron when there's like a million robots coming at him, and I'm like, it's all so meaningless. There's nothing there. It's just somebody standing in a green screen room. Like real world effects, you can feel the difference, right? You can't animate like CGI wise the same way. August, yeah, Doctor Strange 2 was god awful. I was really disappointed because I loved the first Doctor Strange. I really enjoyed it. Oh, Finn, CGI in anime, I hate it. I hate it. Like when you're watching an anime and then they go up like a winding set of stairs and you can tell they use 3D animation and you're like, oh, please don't. It looks terrible every time. Every time. Like we recently watched No Guns Rife, and they put this CG stuff at the end of it where it's so awful. It's just so awful. Jess, if I didn't like Doctor Strange 2, don't watch the Marvels. Oh, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I already got to the point where I know there's no point in watching the Marvel movies. Like when the new Ant Man and Wasp movie came out or whatever, and Carla's like, "There's a new Ant Man and Wasp movie," and I'm like, "It's gonna suck." She's like, "Why do you say that?" I'm like, "Well, all Marvel movies like suck now." And do you remember the second one? She's like, "No." I'm like, "It's not a good sign, is it? This one's gonna be worse." And it turns out it was. They did the same thing that Doctor Strange did, where the person you're there to see, Ant Man, is sidelined into a back character who's told what to do and is like secondary, and he's just a passenger along for his own movie. It's the same thing they did with Loki, Doctor Strange 2, where it's like the character that you're there for is now a tag along. And it's like, but I'm here for them. And it's like, well, we've decided that this isn't about them, but we're going to use the name. So you're just like, it is that though. And it's like, so it's just not worth watching. You just go, it's boring. There's nothing there. It's nothing there. Kevin Smith did the same thing with the He-Man reboots. No He-Man. It just be like, if I'm watching for something and it's not there, I'm not gonna watch. It's like I got annoyed with them holding out on Butcher in what was it, like season 3 of The Boys or whatever, where they're like, well, we're doing all, you have to watch all three together. We want to release them one at a time, but we want the first three, and you need to like binge watch those. So it's like, make up your mind. Either you want us to fucking binge watch or you don't. And it's just like, so you watch the first episode and you're like, where even is Butcher? What even is this? What's going on? What is this crap? Matt, have I seen Super Crooks? I don't even think I've heard of it, dude. Fisher, you thought the good part of Strange 2 is seeing Wanda go nuts? None of that was satisfying to me. It was so stupid. Wanda's upset about something that makes no sense. First of all, you had to have watched the show. But even if you did watch the show, she's feels like she's justified to do what she's done for kids that she's never had that aren't hers. And it's just like, none of this is justifiable. So you're not a sympathetic villain. And also, like, you just had dumb nonsense where they'd run away from her and close the door and then look back to see her come through the door. And it's like, why would you think a door is going to stop the Scarlet Witch? Like, aren't you fucking Doctor Strange, the same guy who bargained with Dormammu? When did you lose your fucking brain and become an idiot, right? Like, what is this? Is that why Wong has to be the new... Wong's... guess he's the Sorcerer Supreme or something. So... You can enjoy when he goes, fortify your minds! Oh, it was so dumb. It was so dumb. Hey, Furry Spatula Super Chat says, you're a classier captain than Captain Stabbin'. Keep up the great work, Hatcher. Thanks, buddy. Time for a spin. Let's go. I love table chicken. Oh, it landed on Hybubian Gates. It's the one we didn't get to do. How convenient is that? It might have looked like it landed on Insult, but that's because you got jugs in your eyes. So, let's take a look at Hybubian Gates. Hyborian Gates. All right, we got a spaceship. Oh, it's gonna be like that, is it? Lightning strike. Ride the lightning. Oh, here we go. Merfolk, Jugalug. It's a Mercy. Yeah. Lord have mercy. Am I right? Yeah. All right. Then we got Noah's Way. Noah Way. Those are some nice jugs. Oh, then we got his fucking ark. Look, there's giraffes and shit on it. What the hell is this? Redemption? Oh, we got a lady. She's got a peaceful intent. Please let me suck the first 3 inches of your unicorn horn. Oh, look at that. Look at that weird choice of framing. Monster confusion. But it's like, what are we focusing on? The building back here? The fat goobles down in the corner? The gate. The weird little TP card that comes in each one of these that you like punch out. I have no idea what the hell the purpose of these is. You just make a little like candy corn for yourself. We got Emerald Slayer. Some goofy looking son of a bitch. Let me pose for you, Papa. Alright, we got... These aren't the kind of jugs we're here for. Keeps happening. What's this, the same guy? Oh, here we go. Here we go. The silencers. That's what she calls these. Because once you see them, you'll stare in silence. Oh, look. Look at this, Doomblade. It's not just Azure Lane you can get married in. You can also get married in Hybubian Gates. Spatula, you done good. You done good. You found a good load of jugs, bro. You found a good load of jugs. Well done. Well done. I mean, there was a bunch of dudes too, but there's enough jugs to balance it out. You get the approval of Captain Richard Storm. All right, my friends. Well, it's time for me to get going. I told Carly to get that cheese and chips ready for me, so I'm going to go and sail the high seas. Thanks for coming and hanging out. We will get back together again soon. Into the waters I go.